Good morning. Today I would like to discuss some judgment about Prevention of Corruption Act and how to draft affidavit. Uh, Before that, about prenatal conception, preconception and prenatal diagnostic techniques, provision of Sex Selection Act 1994. Therein certain directions were given. Those who are interested and want to check the improper malign practice of medical institutions, you can file. Union of India was Indian Radiological and Imaging Association 2018 to Supreme Court 611. Then Prevention of Corruption Act, you will see ASEAN resurfacing of road agency versus Central Bureau of Investigation 2018 3 Supreme Court 152. Public servant need not be appointed by government. De facto public servants has been defined. Then the disqualification of MLA if he is convicted under Prevention of Corruption Act. That case Lok Prahari versus Union of India 2018 to Supreme Court 549. Then there should be for acquittal, you have to go through the entirety of case. State of Gujarat, Naveen Bhai Chandrakant Joshi 2018-8 Supreme Court 95. A demand should be there and acceptance behest should be established. Then question of Dasrath Singh Chauhan CBI 2018-4 crime 169 co-accused implication. Therefore, case was acquitted. Sanction for prosecution is most vital in respect of Prevention of Corruption Act. Sometimes they say if there is laxes in the sanction, they acute, sometimes they may not. It depends upon the facts and circumstances of the case. So you have to see State of Mizoram versus Dr. C. Sangahina 2018-4 crimes 283 about sanction before initiating the proceedings. Then again about that Manju Sharma versus Sunil Arora 2018-4 Supreme Court 291. Here you have to see 191 of the PC Act and 197 Criminal Procedure Code, 156.3. All these things require prior sanction in case of public servant. Then go through that. Then I would like to say, see, affidavit, there are two kinds of affidavit. Proof affidavit, affidavit of service, all this is like memorandum. Therein you have to say in the final column, prayer column, it is therefore prayed that this Honorable Court may be pleased to take this affidavit, file and record for proof of service or affidavit of service or about submission of the grant of stay order. This is sufficient for the affidavit when you file. But if you have to enclose the affidavit along with the petition prayer, then prayer should be that in conformity with the petitions. It is therefore prayed that this Honorable Court may be pleased to direct to release the property on whatever you want to state in the petition prayer. But drafting affidavit is most important. You can file affidavit on behalf of the petitioner or respondent or by third party on behalf of the petitioner. Or if suppose the petitioner is a minor or incapacitated person, you have to file on behalf of. So you have to say, I so and so, son of so and so, or Muslim or Christian is so and so, residing and so, do hereby solemnly affirm and sincerely state as follows. Thereafter you have to say, I am petitioner herein. And you have to precisely state what leads you to come to the court. And affected party due to the impugned order passed by the respondent. Affected party due to the arrest by the petition. We have the apprehending arrest at the hands of the respondent. Then semicolon. Hence, well acquainted with the facts of the case and contents of this affidavit should be the first paragraph, wherein you have to intimate the court that for this reason I filed this affidavit, this reason I am entering to the court of justice. Then I file this affidavit on the strength of facts known to me and the documents with me. You have to state that. Then paragraph 3, if you are filing affidavit on behalf of other petitioner also, you have to state that I filed this affidavit, I further submit that I filed this affidavit on behalf of the other petitioners also, so and so, so and so. You have to say, suppose if you are filing an affidavit on behalf of the minor or incapacitated persons, you have to, at the first paragraph itself, you have to say that I, being a guardian or father or whatever, maybe de jure guardian or a de facto guardian, file this affidavit on behalf of the petitioner because he is a minor, because he is insane, because he is mentally not in a better position to file this affidavit. This thing. Thereafter only you have to precisely state for what reasons your property or your arrest, whatever it may be, you have to state. Or if suppose, so far writ petitions affidavit are concerned, I will go with by a separate telecast. It may not be proper here. Then you have to say for what reason that would be pre-history which leads you to come to the court, arrest, apprehending arrest, or seizing of the property. All these must be stated in there. Thereafter only you have to state reasons for such seizure which is untenable, unsustainable, not legally valid. All these reasons you have to say the ground, all those things. Thereafter you have to say that I am ready to abide by any condition, I am willing to offer sureties for release, whatever it may be, I am ready to produce the vehicle as and when. So far return of the vehicle is concerned, you have to state two important paragraphs. Number one, that if the property is returned to the petitioner, it may not be culpable possession. That you have to state. Number two, that if the property is allowed to be remained with the custody of the respondent, there is possibility of deterioration of the vehicle because the respondent have no proper place or storeroom or protection to protect the property as it was, because he is bound to return the property as it was seized. These facts should be there. So the same things are the bail application also, you have to state all those things. Such an important thing, this affidavit should be carefully drafted. Sometimes the High Court says you file affidavit for anticipatory bail, then you have instead of a heavy load paragraph, you simplify the paragraph because judge may read very easily. If it is cumbersome to read a lengthy paragraph, the judge may feel he may avoid reading the affidavit. That may not help you. So whatever your main points, first you precisely submit the prosecution case, because that may be very hard judge to decide. Thereafter you set your grounds. Economically weaker citizen, falsely implicated in the case, civil suits are pending, there is previous enmity to implicate. All these things later on you submit one para after one para. There is no harm in you simplify the para. That is what I was taught by our senior counsel Rangojala. He always said that you argue, whenever you argue before the court, very simply, or whenever you draft a petition also, very simply para wise para. That will be far better to appreciate the court, and the court may also be in a better position to understand. So all right, then I want to draw the attention of my subscribers, followers, and other veterans that I feel that this coronavirus is totally mingled with air, the atmosphere, because if you allow a small vessels keep for 1 or 2 hours out, that vessel became very thick. So slowly the corona is becoming a part and parcel of the atmosphere as well as air. So they have to think that we have to inhale and exhale. Better it may be researched. Best wishes.